Corporal Hayley Woodhull. I work at number 47 Squadron at Royal Air Force Brize Norton. I'm an airframe technician mechanical, which means that I do everything from on the airframes and the engines. As a child, I was massively inspired by Sir Michael Foale, who was one of the first British astronauts after Helen Sharman. And throughout my childhood, I watched him going into space and doing all the good stuff. So when I left school, went to college and did my engineering, doing aeronautical engineering was the next best thing for me, and that led me on nicely to the Royal Air Force, and I've enjoyed every single second of my career. I joined as a rigger originally, as we would know it back then, but then later on I joined the SUMPY department as well, and we became heavies, which is why my trade is now airframe technician mechanical. Since joining the Royal Air Force in 2003, I went to RAF Lyneham for my first tour on 2430 Squadron, as it was back then, doing minors on the C-130J, which is the aircraft we've got just behind us. So I worked on the old variant of our C-130 while it was still around. I spent many happy years at Lyneham until we were eventually moved over to RAF Brize Norton in 2011, where I was on the Heavy Rex team. From there I ended up on the line, so I've done line work as well, which is when the aircraft are going flying every day, you see them in, see them off. And I've also done engineering planning, which was my favourite part of my career so far. It was planning for both variants of aircraft at one point to go flying every single week, and a plan would be brought up and we would sort the roles out, and the aircraft would go off flying, the crews would get their currencies. In 2017, me and two colleagues from my office at 47 Squadron decided to enter for the RAF 100 engineering competition. The engineering competition was set up for the RAF's 100th birthday last year. We entered it in 2017, and we discovered early 2018 that we had been accepted for the final, which was going to be held at RAF Duxford on the 22nd of September of that year. We carried on with the project, so our project was called bioremediation, and because our aircraft, the beautiful C-130, uses an awful lot of hydrocarbons in its daily flying, we were looking at finding ways of breaking down those hydrocarbons to inert substances to basically help save the environment a bit more. Collected a load of data over the summer with the setup that we had, and took it to the final at Duxford on the 22nd of September, and at 4 o'clock on that day we were announced the winners. We were very proud. We were the only number 2 group frontline serving squadron to enter the competition as a whole force team, and we won. So we're very proud of that. Since then we are taking it further, and we have now funding from DRU, which is going to help us take it further, and we're very much looking forward to seeing it flourish around the Air Force and the MOD very soon. So with everything that's happening with the RAF 100 competition project and the project going on further, I've decided to become a STEM ambassador to hope to inspire the next generation of engineers, and especially women engineers as well. There's not that many of us around, and I'd like to see a few more coming through the door. It would be lovely.